What's up, Scampers? Welcome back to another video. In this week's video, I'm going to be upgrading my door lock. This is the one that came from the Scamp factory, but when I was just traveling across the country, I had it fail where the deadbolt broke and spins eternally. So I actually got locked out of my Scamp in the middle of a trip. So instead of replacing it with one that might fail again, I'm going to upgrade it to this one. I'll put the link in the description below, and I'm going to show you exactly how I do this. So come along. This is the door lock I've decided to go with. I believe it's going to fit. We're going to find out together. But something I appreciate about this one immediately is that it comes with everything you need. Comes with very thorough instructions, which I appreciate, and they're surprisingly encouraging, which is hilarious. But it comes with the tool. It's got a screwdriver, both things that you need, and it comes with batteries, which is always a nice touch. I hate it when you have to go out and get batteries for your new stuff. So I'm already a big fan. Let's see if it fits. This is everything it comes with. What I like about this is you've got your key fob, so it can be keyless. You've got a code, so you don't need the fob or the key at all. You've got plenty of spare keys. Comes with the strike plate, batteries, literally everything you need. So if this is a good fit, I'm going to be really happy. So as you can see, my key no longer engages the deadbolt. So it just spins, nothing happens. So this one has got to go. Let's take it out. I'm going to start by removing the old one. Screws are just inside here. Phillips head should do it. And before I remove it all the way, I just want to take a look. These both look pretty similar, so I think it's going to be a good fit. So I ordered the double latch kind. So if you use the link in my description, you're going to make sure you get the double latch. Looks exactly like the one that came from Scamp. This is not my cat. She's very curious. Should I let her in? What's up, Alley Cat? Oh my gosh, you're cute. Where'd you come from? Anyway, moving on. Got another set of screws to remove here, so I'm going to take those out next. Making sure that I collect everything and keep it in case the fit isn't good and I have to put it back on. I can refer to this video and see how everything fit. I think I may have found the culprit. This piece right here looks like it's what used to engage the deadbolt. So that looks like it fell off in transit. That's not really on Scamp. These trailers shake around like a 3.0 earthquake down the road, so they're going to get bumped around and stuff's going to happen. It's just how it goes. So now these two screws right here are holding it in place, and I'm going to remove those next. This is how far I've gotten here. These screws are out. It looks like that's pretty much everything holding it in, so I'm going to try to pop this sucker out. It's not really going. I'm going to try to pop this spring out and see if it gives it a little more give. It feels like it's stuck on something. Definitely in there real good. There we go. Just took a little wiggle. All right, so let's measure this and see what these measurements actually are so you guys don't have to guess like I did. Everything's out. Let's see what we got. Okay. Looks like top to bottom is 3 1/4. Side to side is just under 3 inches, 2 7/8. The inside is 3/4 of an inch, that opening right there. So I just want to show you the strike plate that came with the new lock versus the one that was already on there from the factory. They are nearly identical. So I'm going to try to just leave the old strike plate on if I can and see if it works. And if not, I'll do that last and switch it out. But they look nearly identical. So I think I'm going to chance it. These are the dimensions that are suggested by the new lock manufacturer. So I think we can make these work. The very first thing that you're supposed to do with the new handle is to install the batteries, but it says we recommend to remove the batteries for the off season. And since it's currently November, I'm actually not going to install the batteries. I'm going to save them for when it's camping season, and I'll just use the key for now if it fits. So my first step is actually going to be taking the new lock apart. This is what you have. So I need these wires disconnected, otherwise I have a single piece and I can't get it through the door. So I'm just going to pull these guys out. Just a little plug, comes out with a small tug. Okay, it's pretty much the moment of truth. Let's see if this sucker's going to fit in here. Oh yeah, perfect fit. Didn't even have to cut anything. That is awesome. Okay, so now I'm going to add the strike plate that goes on this part. These screws will hold it into place, and I'm hoping it'll kind of snug it up a little more. It looks a little off kilter, so I'm going to tighten those screws down real good and see if I can get a nice flush fit. It's like the thicker side goes on the outside, thinner part goes on the inside. I'm going to use the really small screws for this. Doesn't look like this one's catching. Interesting. Top one catches. Bottom one's struggling to catch a little bit here. Gotta give it some opposing pressure. There it goes. Get in there nice and tight. Nice. All right. Looking a little more flush. So far, everything's a good fit. Next, I've got to reattach the wires. The instructions say that if you've got the batteries in it, you'll hear a beep as a confirmation that you got it right. But I didn't put the batteries in, so I'm just working on blind faith here. Got it in there pretty snug. So now I just need to line up the door mechanism, this part here. I don't know if you can see that orange piece in there. Got to line it up with the handle here. Looks like it's engaging. I'm going to screw everything on. Hold on. All right, take two. The instructions did say to make sure the door handle was in the closed position when you install it. So I just got to make sure that that's down when I line everything up. Goodness. Okay. So far, that was the hardest part of this whole process. Let's get it sealed in before I lose it. I like to leave a little play in all my screws until I get them all seated. Then I tighten everything down at the end. Solid. Wow. That is the perfect fit. I didn't even have to change the size of the hole in the door. So let's see if this is going to work with the strike plate. Okay, the new handle and lock is in. Everything seems snug. I'm just going to twist the keys and make sure everything turns smoothly. So much like the original lock, you've got the lock for your handle there and your deadbolt below, just like the old one. So that one definitely works. And the deadbolt works. That's awesome. Moment of truth. Let's see if it works with the strike plate. No problem with the screen door. It doesn't interfere with that at all. Ooh. I didn't close quite right. Let's see. Oh, there's a shoe in the way. Let's try again. Okay. Moment of truth. Uh-oh. That's not right. Let's see. Yep. Doesn't seem like the strike plate is going to line up with the old one. Bummer. Looks like I have some more work to do. I'm wondering if I can just shift this out a little and if it'll catch. Let's find out. So these bolts that came with Scamp are actually a square bit like they use in Canada. So if you're going to do this, you might need to make sure you have a screwdriver with the square bit. That's one of the reasons I love this one, because it comes with everything. Hard to do with the camera in the way. Let's see if we can shift this. Scamp has got that in there pretty wonky. See if I can pry that out of there. Mm. Looks like where the screw seat might be a little off kilter, so let's see what we can do. Let's see if the other one will fit with it there. I'll try to scoot this whole mechanism forward a little if we can. I'm not sure that moved much. Wow. Had to give it quite the push, but it closed. It's latching. Let's see if it locks. Add locks. Ooh, that was a lot smoother than the original. Yeah. And the deadbolt locks. All right. Might need to fuss with the gasket here a little. Looks like it's just kind of tight between the gasket and the latch there, but yeah, if you close it gently, it doesn't really catch. Gotta give it quite the shove. I'm definitely gonna have to see if I can futz with that and get it to line up better, but for now, I have a new lock, and I'm hoping that this one won't fail on me like the last one did. All right, y'all. I got it fully installed. I was able to futz with my strike plate. I think mine was just a little crooked from Scamp, so as long as yours installed correctly, you shouldn't have to swap out the strike plate. And if you use the link in my description, you won't have to cut a hole in your door. This one fit perfectly without cutting into it at all. But curiosity did get the best of me, and I put the batteries in it, and I'm glad I did because I found out that this thing beeps ungodly loud. And I also learned you have to teach it to connect to both of your fobs individually, so don't just do one and expect it to work for both. And the code that comes with it is the same for all of them from the factory, so make sure you change that. But if I can figure out a way to silence that beeping, I'll pin it in the top comment in the comments below, because that is obnoxious. I don't think I want to be that guy at the campground. So yeah, if you have any questions, go ahead and drop those in the comments below as well. And thank you so much for watching. And thank you to all my new subscribers. I know I got a bunch of new subscribers when I started doing this Scamp content, and I'm so happy to have you here. Your support means a lot to me. So I'll see you in the next one.